Good morning, guys. How are you? I hope you're doing good and everything is fine. Well, today is kind of different. I'm not going to code anything, but after last time, I failed miserably in linked list. Uh, I'm going to take a moment with ChatGPT and test my pointer, arithmetic, and memory and that stuff. So it's going to be fun. Stick around and watch till the end of the video if you want. Okay, let's go. So I must say it quickly with the prompt of my ChatGPT session, which would be, okay, give me a diagnostic test in pointer and memory addresses required for my linked list journey. Okay, and let's wait and see what would we have here. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to be answering all these questions through ChatGPT, and let's get let's get to know my result. Okay, so this one is always like typical question, so I'm start with this one. It says integer x, explain in words what p stores and what q stores. Okay, this shouldn't be hard. What explain in words what p stores. Okay, p stores the address. No, it doesn't start the address. Okay, here we have the pointer p is pointing to the address of x, and that comes from the second line. But what? Okay, we have that p. Okay. P store. P is a pointer. It stores the address of another variable titled x. So if I'm dereferencing p, and now it's asking about just p, not like asterisk p. Maybe that's okay. I must say p stores the address of the variable x, which I know is going to be wrong, and q stores the address of p, because I think like this asterisk here cancel this, the address of the pointer p, I think like this, which I know it's maybe wrong. Question number 2, but I'm learning this, so that's okay. Predict the output. Oh, I love this one. P is the address of a. P plus 3, and dereferencing modifies the original value. Okay, so I'm getting the address as I was going to print 10. That's easy. That's correct. The thing is, I know what can I get correct, and I know what's wrong with me. Like with my knowledge in the node pointer, but I'm going to take the test, the diagnostic test, and see which points exactly need to be fixed. Which of the following is invalid in C? Okay, so the first A is invalid because a pointer should always be initialized. Okay, initialized. I think, initialized. Okay, what else? Second one is correct. Third one, no, this C is incorrect because it needs to point at an address not a value. Integer x equal 5. Yes, this hint is for a pointer must store an address. That is correct. Section 2, pointer arithmetic. Now we're going to question 4. I advise you guys to do this like before giving up, because this helps you understand where you're lacking information, and what's the way to fix it, because it helped me a lot when I was starting with loops and arrays. I did this diagnostic test, and you can do it multiple times till you feel confident, and once you do, you can start moving to work with logic. But once you're struggling with syntax, logic becomes a second priority to worry about, because you can't implement proper logic with improper syntax. You always need a good syntax to deliver your to deliver your logic correctly. We continue with question number 4. And sending pointers move. Oh, I think I'm good at this. I'm extremely good at this, but it needs time. So with practice, it becomes easier. Integer array 5, 10. Okay. So here P is here. P equal plus 2. What's the value of P? So hint array decays the address. That's right. Moving by 2 moves 2 integer to the right. So P is here. And I added, no. So it's like P plus plus, P plus plus. What's the value of P? It's 30. Yes. Yes, because it was pointing here. Then when I said plus 2, it is pointing here. What does this print? Question number 5. It prints P is here, P plus 3, it prints 4. I think. 6. Question 6. If P is the address of the index 4 in P, what's P minus Q? It's like here when we do P minus Q, where subtract point gives the number of elements between them, not bytes. What? Subtraction of pointers gives you the number of elements between them, not bytes. Of the elements, yeah, that means the index is like, because it's a between. So P minus Q gives at array 3. I think, I'm not sure, but I think, like, because I know this from earlier. Section 3, section 4. Shit. Okay, that's fine. Question 7 now. Question 7. Dynamic memory malloc free. What's wrong here? Array is initialized. Okay. What? N is also not initialized. What else? Oh my god. It gets overwritten. And what happens to the first allocate? It gets overwritten? No. If that's the case, it wouldn't be wrong. Because if I can't... No, yeah, it gets overwritten. I'm sure. Question number 8. Predict the memory layout. Size of integer. What is stored in P? P stores D. What is stored in P? What is stored in P? So I know that when I say like star or asterisk, or I don't know what you call it, like P, like that start P saves the address of another value, of another integer or another variable that was already defined. And when we say later, after defining that pointer, we're getting the address. So P stores the value, and no, P stores the address. Yes, P stores the address. P stores the address of the allocated memory block in the heap. What is stored in P? The value 50. Stores the address, the value 50. Oh, they live on 50 lives on the heap because it was allocated. It was not allocated on compile time, but rather on runtime. Malloc was used. Q9, is this invalid? Why is this repetitive? Invalid because a pointer should always be initialized before using at least to null. This function receives question 10. Void fill integer p equal what? What does this call do? The function receives a pointer to an integer. Maybe the beginning be maybe the start of an array 0. And what does this call do? Okay, integer x equal 5 fill at x. It sends x equal 5 to be filled, and now x equal 100, not 5. What happens here? So this moves the pointer, gets the value, then move the pointer. Why doesn't q change? Integer x equal 5. Q is pointing at the address of x. Now, okay, this one is easy. Question 11. Because p++ moves the pointer 1 index forward, but it uses its initial value first. It needs ++p for the value to be changed, not P plus plus. Output prediction. Question. Okay, this is like the first. Okay, so this cancel this. So this is equal to only P. P equal to X. X equal 9. Okay, so this needs a little bit of thinking. Let's think together. If I said that integer X equal 9, okay, then a pointer is pointing at the address of X. Now another pointer to integer is pointing at the address of P, and the address of P contains the address of X. Okay, so we're saying the address of P equal a pointer to a pointer of Q plus 1. I don't know. Explain this, because I really don't, and I'm not here to waste like time. I barely have time. Is this correct from defining a pointer? What? Void set integer double pointer P equal mod log size of integer. Okay. Is this correct for modifying a pointer? I don't know. So this function receive a pointer to a pointer. Oh yes, it is correct. Why do we need double pointers for linked list? Because in linked lists, each node is a pointer to the initial structure. So to modify it, we need to point at the struct first, then add the variables inside it. And the moment of truth, play drums. Oh my god, great work, Jad. You're very close, but let me highlight exactly where you're right, where you're half right, and where the logic needs fixing. I think this one will be like the most. This will measure linked list readiness perfectly. I'll go question by question with corrections plus explanations. Still no solutions for future exercise, but this is diagnostic, so explanations are allowed. You're correct. Question number 1. P stores the address of X, Q stores the address of P. Oh, that was surprisingly correct. Wow. Q2 incorrect. You wrote 10 correct. 10 becomes 13. But it was 7. It wasn't 10. No? It was 7. How will it become 13, bro? Okay, I'm gonna reply to this and fix it. Question 3. You said A is invalid because pointer should be initialized. What? Initialized, but still, it's still legal, but you can't use it unless you initialize it. Damn. Okay, that was correct. You answered P gives the no equal 3. Yes, that's correct. I knew it, and you guys probably know that I knew it because I explained, but I give directly. You said irrelevant. What shit? But and was scanned. Okay, but you can't scan into something that was initialized. It gets overwritten. This part is correct. So the second malloc loses the address of the first block. Memory leak. What mistake? P stores the address of malloc block. Whoa. P stores the address of the value 15. P address of hab block. P, the integer 50. 50 doesn't. Oh, okay, I got it. So this P is like an integer. Okay, no memory, no address shit here. Like pure, just simple. Okay. Question 9. You invalid because the point should always be initialized to null. Not exact. P doesn't point to a valid memory. Bro, this is completely false because like in real life programming, like in exams, you just can't use an initialized pointer. So I'm gonna consider this correct and everything related to this this section correct, even though ChatGPT said it is incorrect. I'm gonna say it's correct and I'm gonna work by that. Question number 10. Explanation needs correction. Your idea is close, but wording is wrong. The function receives a pointer to integer. Field x passes the addresses of x. Inside the function, changes x direct. But this has nothing to do with arrays. This only happens when you pass an array. Okay, so I was wrong. You said what? You said p++ uses initial value first and needs p to change q. I said that. I didn't. P is a copy of Q. Modifying the copy does not modify the original pointer. Code. Okay. Yes, exactly. Because this. So that's 10. Use abstract not pointers. If a function needs to change the pointer itself, make it point somewhere new, you must pass the pointer address double pointer. This is exactly what insertion operation often. If a function needs to change the pointer itself, make it point somewhere new, you must pass the pointer's address double pointer. This is exactly what insertion operation linked list often use, not had. Okay, this was everything. I know the video is boring, but I'm gonna upload it anyway. And maybe in the next video we'll do something of this. I'm gonna save the link for this chat to get back, and maybe I will do like this is not shit. Give me more exercise on the weak points, weak topics, and retake the diagnostic test after practicing. I'm gonna do B and D next time, hopefully. Thank you guys for sticking around and watching. I hope like this video was played in the background while you are eating or maybe lost somewhere on the internet, don't know what you're doing with your coding skills. You're not alone. Where you're like 90% of the people. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna see you very soon, hopefully. Bye.